e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, bishop c4, e6, bishop b3, knight bd7, bishop e3, knight c5, f3, h5, queen d2, b5, castle queenside, bishop d7, king b1, queen c7, a3, queen b7, rook he1, bishop e7, bishop g5, b4, a takes b4, queen takes b4, e5, d takes e5, rook takes e5, castle kingside, knight d5, knight takes b3, queen takes b4, bishop takes b4, knight takes f6, check, g takes f6, bishop takes f6, king h7, knight takes b3, bishop c6, rook d4, rook fb8, rook f4, king h6, rook g5, bishop e1, h4, rook g8, knight d4, bishop d5, rook takes g8, rook takes g8, bishop g5, check, king g6, knight e2, bishop d2, rook f6, check, king g7, rook h6, bishop takes g5, h takes g5, e5, knight g3, king f8, rook takes h5, king e7, b3, a5, knight f5, check, king d7, knight e3, bishop e6, g3, rook b8, rook h4, bishop takes b3, king c1, bishop e6, rook a4, rook b5, king d2, rook c5, c4, king e7, king c3, Bishop D7. Rook A1. A4. Knight D5. Check. King D6. Knight B6. Bishop C6. Knight takes A4. Rook A5. King B4. Rook A7. Rook D1. Check. King E7. Knight B6. Rook B7. King C5. Bishop takes F3. Rook F1. Rook C7. Check. King B4. Bishop C6. Rook F6. Bishop G2. King C3. Rook C6. Rook takes C6. Bishop takes C6. C5. King E6. King D3. King F5. Knight C4. E4. Check. King D4. King takes G5. Knight E5. Bishop A4. Knight takes F7. Check. King G4. King takes E4. King takes G3. Knight E5. Bishop E8. King D5. King F4. Knight C4. Bishop F7. Check. King D4. Bishop E8. Knight B6. Bishop C6. Knight D5. Check. King F3. King E5. King E2. King D6. Bishop E8. Knight C7. Bishop A4. King D5. King D3. Knight E6. King C3. Knight D4. King B4. Knight C6. Check. King C3. Knight E5. King B4. King D6. Bishop B5. Knight F3. Bishop A4. Knight D2. King C3. Knight E4. Check. King B4. Knight F6. King C4. Knight D5. Bishop E8. Knight B6. Check. King B5. Knight C8. King A6. King D5. Bishop D7. Knight D6. King A7. Knight E4. King B7. King D6. Bishop C6. Knight C3. Bishop H1. Knight A2. Bishop G2. Knight B4. Bishop H1. King D7. Bishop G2. Knight C2. Bishop H1. Knight D4. Bishop G2. King D6. Bishop H1. Knight B3. Bishop G2. Knight A5. Check. King A6. Knight C6. King B7. Knight D8. Check. King C8. Knight E6. King B7. Knight G5. Bishop H1. Knight F7. Bishop G2. Knight D8. Check. King C8.